Ben Vowles is with me today. We chat about mountain biking, mental health, digital automation, the state of society, and the lead into April 20's Perth Corporate Rumble. Special thanks to Morgan Environmental, major sponsor of today's guest, as well as Gerbsmack, Sports Mouthguards, MVP Real Estate, Link Support Solutions, Studio 22, and Counterbalance Fitness, all major sponsors of the PCR. So please welcome Mr. Ben PK Vowles. So there you are. Look at that. PK. Yeah. There's something in there I don't get. I'm missing a very. Firstly, I spelled your name wrong first time around.
No, it happens all the time.
What's this PK?
Have you read The Power of One by Bryce Courtney?
No.
It's a book that I read when I was about in primary school, probably year 5, year 6.
Yeah.
And it's about this little kid that grows up in Africa, like South Africa, gets separated from his family, goes to boarding school, gets beaten the shit out of at boarding school. And then after, like, he's still a pretty small kid, he has to move towns. And then on the trip where he moves towns, he...
Spoiler alert, everyone.
Yeah, true.
I was just about to watch that movie, and now you've ruined it.
Yeah.
It's only been out for 30 years.
Yeah. It's a classic. Yeah. So at boarding school, he's getting the shit beaten out of him, and they call him Piss Cop. It's like that's like because he pisses his bed.
Okay.
And then so when he meets someone on the trip out of town, he's like, oh, my name. He's like, that's all he knows because he's only ever been called Piss Cop. He's like, my name's Piss Cop. He's like, that's not a very good name. I'll call you PK. And then he always calls himself PK. But he on that trip out of town, he meets a welterweight boxer who's going for the title fight.
Yeah.
And he takes him in, sort of takes him under his arm for a bit, shows him boxing, takes him to the fight, and he's fighting this massive, massive dude. And he, after 13 rounds, ends up knocking him out. And then at that point, PK sees that like small can beat big because he was always bullied. And then he just goes on this path of becoming the best boxer there is. And it's sort of like in the new town that he, where he is, he like works. I can't remember the fine details, but he works within a jail. And then some of the inmates teach him how to box. Some of the black inmates, where it's like quite racist, so they end up, some stuff ends up happening to them. But then PK goes on to be like this really great boxer.
Okay.
So then when I read that book when I was a little kid, they've got like a junior version and an adult version.
I'd read the junior version now, mate.
Yeah.
Pictures, big font.
Yeah.
20 pages, done.
They're all sorted, yeah. That sort of just gave me an interest in boxing.
Okay.
Just sort of like saw how much it changed his life, how much it gave him confidence, how much his character grew. And I was like, so it's always been in my mind. I'd like to try it out, see what it's all about. So
it's an incredible event to start on.
Yeah.
Do you know if you continue with boxing after this is going to be unable to be replicated for a number of years?
Yeah. That's what I heard from Dan when he's like, you'll never, even if you're a professional boxer, you'll never be able to replicate this again. It's like, oh.
No.
Yeah.
There's amateur boxers who have had 15, 20 fights and still haven't performed in front of like these kind of crowds.
Yeah.
And it's madness.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's black tie, I was talking about this the other day, the fact that it's black tie changes, I don't know how it does it, but it just gives it that level of class as well. Everyone's looking good. Yeah. Everyone's enjoying the drink package. Yeah. Some are really enjoying the drink package.
It's a pretty generous package, that one.
The night goes so quick.
Yeah.
So quick. Like, you go 7.5 hours. Yeah, it's ages. But I think it's flying.
Yeah.
And you're invested in every fight as well.
Yeah, because you're good mates. They're run by the end of it.
Yeah, and that red team, you become very one-eyed towards your team.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's already started?
Yeah.
How filthy are you on the Blues?
Yeah.
Put some video up. You a bunch of hacks here. We've got a mutual friend as well. Her name, a lovely young lass. Her name's Lara Freeman.
Yeah, she messaged me out of the blue.
Oh, did you last night?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I wasn't going to say too much. But, she's...
I saw her about a week ago. I hadn't seen her for, probably about 2 years, and I saw her about a week ago. And then, and I saw that and it popped up. And you guys are cousins?
Yeah.
She spoke highly of
dad's side. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a bit of a weapon. Like,
she's a little CrossFitter.
Yeah.
CrossFit.
Yeah.
You into CrossFit?
No.
Nah.
See who can be the best at exercising. No, thanks.
What's his name? From Eastbound and Down said that.
Yeah. Can't remember his name, but that's where I got it from, yeah.
CrossFit is a strange.
Yeah,
it is. And not having to go at it, because one of the guys on your team is sponsored by the Shack CrossFit, and that is Zach Stewart.
All right.
As well, who's mad on. I just not sure of the longevity of a CrossFit career.
You go pretty hard for a long, short period of time.
And the technique of some of those chin-ups is questionable.
Yeah.
You're swinging the whole body, just blowing shoulders and knees.
Yeah, you do that.
It can't be good. It must be every physio's dream. They're like, I'm a bit short on cash. Oh, there's a CrossFit competition coming. Ching! Can't wait.
Yeah.
Free up next week.
CrossFit comp just to get those jobs in.
Yeah, sponsor. No, I better not start naming physios. But it's an unusual sport.
Yeah,
because it goes against everything that we've learnt about technique, like in the gym. And some of those guys and girls. Firstly, you can't wear a shirt. Has Zach Stewart got a shirt on at training?
Yeah.
CrossFitters are known to just take that shirt off. Let's get the guns out.
I didn't know he was a CrossFitter. He's pretty fit.
I don't know if he is. He's sponsored by the Shack.
Yeah, okay.
The Shack CrossFit.
Yeah.
I'm bagging out CrossFit. I'm just going to mention the Shack as many times as I possibly can, just trying to get them on side. But some of those girls are big girls.
Yeah.
Is there do you reckon there's like a testing? Is there like a USADA? What's the Australian one called? What's the sporting drug testing commission called?
Yeah.
What are they called?
I don't know.
ASADA? Is it ASADA?
Yeah.
No, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder how many of those guys are taking samples at some of these. Zero?
Yeah, there's some big people in there.
Yeah.
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 Those knees are getting pounded.
Imagine, because CrossFit isn't that. I can't believe we're talking about CrossFit. Oh, sorry, bagging out CrossFit.
Yeah.
CrossFit hasn't been around that long.
No, it just sort of came out of nowhere. Everyone was on it, and then it sort of died down a bit. Didn't it?
There hasn't been the research, I don't believe, like in the sense of how, like, I want to see this CrossFit generation in about 30 years. I'm just going to drop something on the floor and say, pick that up. Squat out and get that. Just bone on bone.
Yeah.
They're just stiff. They got to fall into a push-up. They probably will. I'll probably still be in better condition than me. That's a sad thing. I was trying to find some dirt on you. I got virtually none.
Yeah, I keep a little, pretty low profile.
Very low profile.
Yeah.
That's quite good, though.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people do go a bit hard on the social media nowadays.
Yeah. Well, that's how, everyone could just look you up and see what you do. But plus, I got nothing, I don't care what people think of me.
See, I had to go to your cousin trying to find something. She goes, no, he's a great guy. I'm like, damn it. So you're doing, like, fit, obviously not CrossFit, but with Lara, what are you doing?
We just usually do some sort of event once a year or so to test out our mind, body.
She did say that. She said you're always up for trying new things.
Yeah. So we did, what did we do together? We did the Dwelling Up 100, which is down in Dwelling Up. It's like a 100-kilometre mountain bike ride.
Jeez.
Pretty brutal. That took like 7.5 hours.
Non-stop?
Yeah.
What, you do it in team? Like as in pairs or just like supporting each other?
Do it on your own. It was I did the 100 and then Lara did the 30.
Okay.
So it was pretty brutal. It was sort of like do that 7.5 hours, and then we sat at the pub for about 7.5
Oh,
hours.
yeah.
Afterwards.
7.5 hour drink package. At the, the terrain there be pretty rough as well. It's not flat down there.
Pretty gnarly. Yeah, a lot.
Did you
of
have a good bike?
uphills. I borrowed a bike, so I was training for something else at the time, and I thought I'd throw that in there.
Please tell me you borrowed like one of those Kmart specials, like an Everest or something. You know those
Melbourne Star.
a Melbourne Star with and only 2 of the 18 gears work. You know,
Yeah.
it's either first or 18th. There's nothing else works. The brakes squeal.
With the little streamers and the spoke things. Yeah.
Spokey dokies.
Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink.
Here I come.
Oh. What about electric bikes? Seen those?
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Is there would you consider yourself in the mountain biking community? Regular?
Yeah, I would have said so, but I haven't ridden them for a while now.
Okay.
Like a couple of years, maybe a year. I got long COVID, lasted like 10 months, and then I stopped riding
it's
and haven't got
rough.
back into it. Yeah.
Is it? Did they work out what long COVID was?
Nah.
Like, did it cause chronic fatigue? Was that what someone said that to me? I don't know. Some non-scientist. It's 5G, Brad. It's the 5G that's making us sick. I said, yeah, mate. you just leave.
Yeah, the 5G and the flat Earth.
Yeah, it is flat.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh my God. Keep going. What are we even talking about? Geez, off the rails. 10 minutes in.
Electric bikes.
That's it.
Yeah, they're good. I recommend. Yeah, I had an electric bike once when I was riding mountain bikes a lot, and everyone was like, "Don't get one. It's for fat, lazy people." And I got one, and then it was the best thing ever because you can half the time mountain bike riding is you ride down a hill, takes you 5 minutes, and then you get back up, it's like 20 minutes. So if you go out for like a hour and a half ride, you might have 3 goes down, and then you spend the rest of the time riding up. So if you got an electric bike, down, up, down, up, down, up, baby, you can keep going.
That's what I heard. I heard that it came under like heavy criticism saying, it's cheating kind of thing. But if you're working on your downhill, it's like a ski lift in skiing. Exactly the same thing. No one's having to go someone with a ski pass taking those. Hang are they? Imagine that. Imagine if you just got shamed because you had to do that walk.
All the way out.
Imagine that. That'd be rough. But some of them now fly, don't they?
Oh, they're so fast.
Speed.
Yeah.
So those scooters.
Yeah.
See those scooters going down footpaths?
Hawking. Yeah. I don't know about that though.
They're supposed to be limited. I should know this. I think they're supposed to be limited to 25 k's an hour.
Yeah, you can jailbreak them.
Oh yeah. And what I do like to look at is the type of person on the one that is going 80. you know, someone. Let's just say they're probably not rushing to get to work, if you know what I mean. You know the type. No helmet.
Yeah.
Probably either barefoot or a pair of thongs on.
Yeah.
Just boom, straight past it.
Yeah.
I was riding down Great Eastern Highway, bike path, and I think my speedo was showing about 45, which is an all right speed. And I was overtaken by someone on a scooter, but the scooter had a seat on it.
Oh, they're the
Seen
worst.
those?
Yeah.
And he was in the middle of the lane on Great Eastern Highway.
Yeah.
And he blew past me. Must have been, and the funny thing is, speed limit 60. He was going quicker than 60. Can you imagine coming off?
That would hurt.
Can you imagine the bark? Imagine the rash. Just eating the skin.
Yeah, just shave you.
And Great Eastern Highway, Rivervale, the road. Just imagine what's on that road. Yeah. Then it causes you more problems. So we're going to have to take the leg off. It's touched the road out the front of Chicken Treat, Rivervale. All right. So with your mountain biking, we've got to get back on topic again. So with your mountain biking, you say that you I guess want to try something new, and if mountain biking and doing this bike ride down south was one of the things. Like, what are some of the other things that you've done to sort of to test yourself? PCRs are definitely going to be a test.
Yeah. October last year, I was was looking around for like a half Ironman or something to do.
Oh, yeah.
And then I saw the one down in Busselton, and it was...
Is that the jetty? Busselton jetty something?
and you do like this little swim, 2Ks or something.
Glorious water down there as well.
So
isn't it?
nice.
So
Yeah,
glorious.
Yeah. Then, but everything's flat. Like the run and the ride were flat. So it was like...
So smooth with tea.
it was like
It's downhill. Can we go? Can we start just downhill the whole way?
just sit on the bike and roll.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, that's not very much of a test though, is it? Just to do it on flat. So I made up my own. So I called it the Get Hard. Made a Facebook event. Got everyone interested.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know about this. Tell me more.
And then
Thanks for telling me on all the info that you sent back. No, there's nothing much, Brad. Okay. Well, I got nothing to work with here.
I forgot about that though.
I'm sorry. I forgot about this whole triathlon event that I organised and got Facebook page. Just slipped my mind. I'm
No
going to
one
look.
ended up doing it though.
What happened?
Well, I did it. Me and my uncle and a couple of my cousin's girlfriend did it. So it was three of us.
Yeah.
Everyone else pulled out.
People talk a big game, don't they?
That's what it said in my event as well. It was all about getting hard because we're all soft. We've all got no resilience. So this is what we're going to do to get hard.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, it sounds great.
And then everyone's like,
and everyone
nah.
just sort of dropped off.
Was it because of that $6,000 entry fee that you were charged?
It might have had something to do with it, yeah.
You talk about that. I'm gonna go on old man rant here, so I'll let you go first. The resilience.
Yeah.
We're in struggle town as a society.
I know. Yeah, that's
Give me your opinion. Hit me.
It's sort of like the basis of why I do these things each year is because I feel like as a society, we're all pretty soft. We get our food delivered to us. We're in we've got shelter, we've got comfort, we've got safety. Everything's easy. We've got everything at our immediate convenience. We've got instant gratification. If we want someone to make us feel good, we just jump on Instagram or whatever, or we put up a post. And then I feel like that's just eroding our resilience and our ability to deal with any sort of challenge or any adversity. So then doing these little things that test the mind and body is sort of like helping me keep my base level of resilience. Because I work in an office, I do Uber Eats, I have a nice place that I live in. Like, it's a pretty comfortable lifestyle. But I feel like living a comfortable lifestyle erodes your resilience. And you need to work on that with, I don't know how you could do that, but I try and do it through events.
Do you think that the lack of resilience, I understand sometimes there is a medical condition, but do you think that this lack of resilience is why we're seeing such a spike in things like suicide and issues with mental health?
Yeah, I hadn't thought of it like that, but quite possibly, yeah. Yeah, there'd be... Yeah, I feel like we're not, even from school, we're not taught anything, any skills.
No life skills.
Yeah, there's no life skills, and like your parents might not teach you that, but they weren't taught that either, so they can't teach something that they don't understand. So it could be, I think it's a big societal thing. And I was lucky enough, I guess, to have, like, we grew up in the country on a farm.
Whereabouts?
Cogenup.
Okay.
Yeah. Had a pretty crazy uncle that used to go out and do all these crazy things. So I just sort of saw that and thought, that's what I want to do. So I sort of adopted that, and that's like our whole family has that, I think, to some ability. But I think, yeah, as you say, like it's probably a cause for a lot of the mental health issues that we're seeing. A lot of things in society.
I think social media plays a big part of it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't bag it, but I will. I used to work in digital marketing, and one day I just had enough. It was just terrible.
Yeah.
And me as in my 40s, being affected so much by putting up a photo, not of me, but of whatever I was promoting, and it not doing well, and how bad I felt afterwards. I'm thinking this is not healthy.
Yeah.
You think it's with the resilience? do you think it's because people don't have to be accountable anymore? You can always play the victim.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. And there's always a way out.
It's always a tablet to fix it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to be like, back in my day, but back in like...
Back in my day.
back in our grandfather's
day. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you wanted to get warm, you had to go outside, chop some firewood, go light the fire. Or if you wanted food, you had to go out and get it from the garden or walk to the shops or something. Like everything was just that little bit harder to do. Whereas now everything's just instant. So anything that does require a little bit of thought or a little bit of like effort, it's like, it's a bit too hard.
Too hard.
Yeah. I'll just watch another episode and I'll do with that later.
Yeah.
But you never do.
Get someone else to do it.
Yeah, someone else to do it.
Yeah. I'll just sit here cold. I know I can outlast the person next to me. They're going to go chop that wood.
Yeah.
Only because this leads into one of the worst interviews I ever done. It wasn't a PCR person, it was someone else. I still remember. I've only ever had one horrible one, and this was it. And this is what caused it, I'll tell you. We were talking about this, and I said to this young lady, I wish I was taught, when you talk about what your parents teach you, I said, I think it's important for someone to teach, like, guys, how to be a man, and it's what I want to teach my kids. And I said, I just wanted to know how to be a man, and that was it. I won't go into what she said, but that set her off because she said, well, what is a man? And I was like, here we go. Anyway, cut a long story short, I knew I lost her at that point. So the interview was done. And I went, I could either just apologise and just accept defeat, or I could double down on it.
Be a man.
I opted for the second one. Didn't go well. That episode never actually made the air because it just was going well. And anyhow, enough of that. We won't talk about her. I'll tell you exactly who it was afterwards as well. You probably know. So anyway, there's no one teaches you how to, because you don't know what a man is anymore.
Yeah.
What is a man? Tell me what you think a man is. I'm going to put a link to your Instagram here in case anyone wants to comment on this. No, you don't.
You've got to be so careful about this now, hey?
Do you think fear? That's what I believe it is. Yeah. I think everyone is so terrified that no one says anything anymore.
Yeah.
And people just ball it up.
Yeah.
And then one day you go, no, I'm done.
Yeah. And
let's go. You snap. You go out in just a blaze of glory. You burn those bridges. Someone said to me, don't burn your bridges. Someone goes, nah, you burn those bridges. That way you never have to cross that river again. I go, you did right.
Yeah, that's
Go
good.
out.
Yeah.
Go out, swing it.
Yeah. Light it up.
Yeah. No one in the office talks to me anyway. I hated all of you people. So, do you think fear? I think fear has a massive thing to do with it. Not fear of trying new things, fear of, unintentionally offending someone. Do you think?
Yeah, that sort of. Sometimes I don't say things because I just sort of think it could offend someone unintentionally, but
it's the intent.
Yeah, and people, you just don't know. Like sometimes, like every now and then, I'll say something. I was like, that was not meant in the way that you picked that up.
Nah.
And now you're extremely offended. Plus, I didn't think you were going to get offended, but I'd misread this quite a lot. So I just sort of don't say anything sometimes.
So that's the issue.
Yeah.
How much is unsaid from people?
Yeah, and if that's another thing. We're getting too precious.
So delicate. Yeah. So delicate. Crystal. We're a bunch of crystal glasses, so delicate.
little china, delicate thing. Yeah.
Just sitting on a champagne tower, sitting on a Poor Design champagne tower. That's a plug there for Olivia Druitt's business. Just a big champagne tower ready for someone to flick the top one.
Exactly.
Crumble down. Down. Poor designs. Poor decisions. Olivia Druitt, check them out. So much is unsaid from people because of that. Should come down to intent.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think it should come down to someone's intent, because someone could say, okay, I'm going to put something to you. I don't know whether I'm going to put this in, right? If I put on, we were talking about this the other day. We're talking about people saying like things that they consider racist. If I talk to you in a Chinese accent, is that appropriate?
I think it would be funny.
If I was in the middle of the Hay Street Mall and I started talking in a Chinese accent, it's offensive. People would say it's racist, I think.
Yeah.
But if I was talking in a French accent, it's not. Why?
Yeah. Maybe you could pass as a French person from someone looking at you.
So I'm a Frenchman. I need to grow one of those real wispy mows. Yeah. So even that, someone get offended.
Shirts, yeah.
I think it's the intent, because someone could say something in a nice way, and then other people can say it with real venom behind it.
They can, yeah.
Say the same thing.
Yeah.
We've got to watch is when it's reread in court. That's when it's dangerous, right?
That's when it gets.
That's real bad, because you could say to someone, you're playing basketball. You go, "Oh, I'm going to kill you." In basketball, it's fine.
Yeah.
In court, he said, "I'm going to kill you."
Yeah. Then, yeah.
How do you know?
Exactly.
I was talking about basketball. Yeah. Prove it.
Yeah.
How the hell am I going to prove that?
Yeah.
It's intent.
That's
it's all about intent.
Yeah.
And people can manipulate stuff that's going to benefit them, I believe.
They can. You see that all the time. I don't want to get into politics. I don't know much about politics, but that happens in politics.
Tell me.
You were saying,
Tell me more.
Just they would take something out of context. Like you might say something, or you will have a bill or something that you're going to pass, and then you just take that tiny little
snippet
here, and then that's your big anti-campaign over here. But it's like that doesn't even relate to anything that this is for. It's just taking out of context and then blowing shit up.
Oh,
people do it all the time. They're good at it too.
They are.
Yeah.
You could be talking for an hour and they'll just focus on that one little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the way that news is going now, have you seen that? No. Oh, yeah, I will. I'll mention it, but I won't say too much, only because they support the PCR. You seen Perth Now lately?
No, I haven't. No.
Oh, that's something else. Anyway, big supporters of the PCR Perth Now. Tear that one off air. Where are we going to go though, as a society, if this is where we are? Because our parents had it tougher than us.
Yeah.
Imagine today's generation going to war.
Yeah, I know. Back
at all these documentaries that I've been watching. I can't get enough of them. I just watch Masters of the Air.
Yeah.
Can you imagine today's society doing it? No,
I can't see that happening at all. Like we have, like our grandfathers, they had like the war. They had like there wasn't as much technology. They had to live their life to actually live their life. They had to do shit. And then we've lived in this period of prosperity and peace. And then to think about us going to war, like the younger, or even my generation, younger generations, like no chance. I don't think that. Like I feel like back in World War I, World War II, like the Australians were quite renowned as a good, hardy, tough
troops.
Guys. But now you're like, who the hell are these guys?
Look at these guys and their Birkenstocks and their man buns. Get out of here.
Sipping lattes.
Sipping lattes. That's it. I'm not fighting today because there's no, gluten-free soy milk or something. What the hell is that stuff?
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you imagine if we went to war now? The OC Health and Safety reps. Imagine the paperwork. Oh, my shoes hurt. Okay, well, you can't go out there till we've got adequate shoes and sufficient arch support. Back in the day, wear whatever you find. Just get out there.
Yeah.
They had it tough.
Get out, yeah.
When COVID hit, and we do have a boxing match to talk about at some point. We've only been going 41 minutes.
Right.
When COVID hit, did a little bit of you, just a little bit, hope it had turned into the Walking Dead kind of setup?
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
I really
did.
did.
I had my bug out location all picked and everything.
Where you were going to go to?
Yeah.
So did we.
Yeah.
We had a plan.
Oh, yeah?
My wife's from the country. Yeah. We had a plan because it could have gone if they didn't find that or cure or whatever they were jabbing us with. If it got worse, it was on the brink of, you know. And you saw what happened when we ran out of toilet paper. The priorities there.
You know that that jab was like just mind control stuff, though, don't you?
Yeah, I had a chip in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Did you get them?
I got 2.
I don't even know how many I got.
Yeah.
I got crook off one of them.
Yeah.
I was like, just I hope the third one's the one the vet's got. Gives the dogs a ride. Just put me down at one point. But part of me was hoping.
Yeah, I was really wanting some sort of real something chaotic.
Something.
Yeah.
But it was kind of, I mean, it was tragic, don't get me wrong. The people obviously died from it, which, like, they died from the flu, which they died from a lot of things. But they had such a build-up to it. It was just like a real disappointing main event at, like, a UFC or something.
Yeah,
zombies. No zombies.
No.
We know, we've watched enough movies. We knew how to deal with them.
Yeah.
They move slow.
We've got our plans.
I did want something to happen. I didn't know what.
Yeah, I was with you there. Yeah,
Something.
had everything planned out. Yeah.
Just maybe a bit of culling. Or just cull. we need to knock some numbers down.
Yeah.
I think there's about 40%. Jeez, this has gone off the rails today. There is about, I believe, 40% of society.
That could be cold.
If they got culled, it wouldn't affect the advancement of society that much. It wouldn't be like, oh, we've lost this 40%. There's not going to be any, great progression in computer science now these guys are gone, because we know the 40%. We know the areas of Perth they live in. They sort of migrate to that area. We know the ones.
We know where you are.
We know you're around the Quinana Hub shopping centre. Okay.
Armadale, we're coming for you.
That whole, just draw the line at South Street and then just everywhere south of there. What were we even talking about? Jeez, I don't even know him. Something. All right. So, what's your next thing? Obviously, this PCR. We're doing a boxing event in 17 days.
Oof.
This time in 17 days, you are going to be waking up. Oh, you would have woken up about 6 hours ago, as everyone does, and you'll be getting ready.
Yeah.
What have you got? I normally ask this at the end, and this is only for the mental side of things, is have you got something planned afterwards? Like, have you got your next thing? Because you obviously have got your, like, things like the triathlon, that thing down in, what's it called? Half marathon?
Half
Ironman.
Half
Ironman.
Yeah.
As you can see, I'm massive in the Ironman scene in Perth. Have you got something planned for afterwards? Because there is a massive come down for a lot of people.
I can imagine.
Because this has been a focal point for a lot of people since the start of the year, since they got that phone call. It's all they think about.
A lot of training, like a lot of prep. Yeah.
And then it's over.
Yeah, I'm going to do a 50-kilometre trail run.
Run?
Yeah, up on the Biberman track. I've been trying to do that for a while.
You a runner?
Not really.
Not
I'm
really?
not very good at running.
No?
Yeah.
Got good shoes?
I just bought some good shoes.
Oh, yeah. What'd you get, Asics or something?
Some Nikes.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like them.
They look good?
Yeah, I think so. They feel good. You know the shoes you put on and you're like, ooh, yeah.
They feel good.
Yeah,
I like that kind of stuff.
shoes.
We've all got those bad ones. You put on, you go, break these in for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my thing.
When's that?
I'm going to do that in October.
Okay, so you still got, I mean, then again, October, what are we in the 4th month here?
Yeah.
October's still 6 months away.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering that you guys got the call, I'm just trying to think. When did they call you? Probably first week of Jan, second week of Jan?
I think I only learned I was doing it like a day before the actual training started, because I didn't even know it existed until the day before training started. We had a guy come into the office. Like, I've got a partnership in a marketing company, and we had a chap come in the office to do a workshop with my business partner.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Perth Corporate Rumble, and I was like, what is this?
Do you know what his name was?
Dan Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my sponsor now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was sponsoring someone and he was talking about how great it was, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. And I was just asked him a few questions, expressed a bit of interest in it. And then he called me up the following day, or maybe a couple of days later, and said his fighter that he was going to sponsor isn't able to do it. Do I want to do it?
That's gold.
Yeah. I was
That's
like,
really
"All right."
good.
And then we were on. It was like training was like a couple of days later. Or
That was it.
yeah.
Morgan, they're sponsoring. Oh, because they're sponsoring a fight. I knew.
Yeah,
they're sponsoring as well. They're
a fight as
sponsoring the
well.
Giant Paul King fight. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So they've got you at 5,
Yeah.
and then straight after that, they've got Giant.
Yeah.
That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, that would be a good fight.
Well, it was right place at right time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So it's pretty cool.
Have you been watching videos and stuff of the event?
I've been. Looks pretty good. Pretty scary.
It doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
Like we were
Yeah.
talking about before. Nice and early.
Yeah.
Get in there
Yeah, I'd do that.
and do the walkthrough.
Mm.
Time it well. Give
Yeah.
me plenty of time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't run to the ring, as everyone does. So, and you're in a good spot on the night, number 5.
Yeah, I was pretty happy about that.
That's a great
Yeah.
spot. Probably
not the first, but then you don't want to be last.
No.
No.
3, 4, 5, 6. That is the spot.
Yeah.
You got 15 fights.
It's going to be a good night, isn't it?
And we've got the crew from Link Support Solutions in there doing like, I think they do 10 minutes on the pads. And
Yeah, cool.
so it's
Yeah.
the equivalent of 16 fights.
Yeah, wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
It goes so quick.
Yeah.
It just flies through.
It's
So that's
so
all right.
fun.
So you're going to be able to watch a couple, get in there, do yours, and you're going to be back by probably Bo Riley against Bo Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Then you've got the whole night.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'll be a great
Yeah,
night.
I'm happy about that.
How have you got on with Tommy? Tommy Gunn.
Tommy Gunn. He's a really good dude.
He's a nice guy, isn't he?
Yeah, we were training a lot before we got together. Like we'd partner up
Yeah.
before we got split into teams.
Yeah.
So, I was pretty stoked to be partnered with Tommy.
Have you spoken to him since you've...
A little bit, but not
I'm going
much.
to kill you in court. He said.
Just send him messages at night. I'm going to kill you, motherfucker.
What you should... I got it. Is... like on the night before, like in the nights leading up to it, just get someone to just randomly call him and hang up all night, so he's got no sleep. Just start playing mind games with him.
Yeah.
But he seems a nice guy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. I don't know. He'd be a friend after the fight.
Yeah,
Like,
a lot of guys are.
Yeah.
There's no animosity.
Yeah, it seems like everyone in there, like both blue and red teams, they're all good dudes and girls.
It's odd how they do it.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it every event. They
Yeah.
get good people.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for it to go bad.
Yeah.
Glenn Austin's involved. Nige is the glue, I think.
Yeah.
Nige is the one that just holds everything together. He's good. But and he's got a good support there from Craig Wilson.
Yeah.
Who's spot on. How have you found Craig?
Craig's a legend. Yeah, all the coaches have been really awesome.
They're so different though, aren't
Yeah,
they?
everyone's got their own sort of way of teaching or managing people or whatever. But I've really liked Craig and Nige.
Craig.
Yeah.
They're suited. I think Nige and Craig are suited well because they seem to be sort of like they're not on time, but like they're thinking about what they should be doing. Nige is always stressing about something,
Yeah.
and Craig is just straight down the line,
Yeah.
but enjoys himself. And then you got the other side. You've got the unpredictability, madness of Glenn Austin that somehow just constantly works.
Together, yeah.
And you got Chris Chiari as well, who they just complement each other. So, you happy you going on red? You think you're suited to red?
Yeah, I like red.
Yeah.
Yeah. When we did the photos and you put on red and blue,
Yeah.
and I put the red on, I was like,
This is my colour.
colour. Yeah.
The shirt you got on today is impressive.
Thank you.
Huddle up.
Yeah.
Huddle. I like the logo as well. Is
Yeah,
that
it's
mountains and the sea?
Yeah, yeah.
I like the colour choice as well. Is that a
yeah.
teal?
Yeah. Yeah,
That was a guess. That was a guess. I don't know what colour teal is, but I was thinking it was a blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. The
Focusing on the wrong stuff here.
No, you're right. The mountains are like I hang out in the mountains a lot, mountain biking, trail running, that sort of thing. And then Emma, my business partner, dives. So
okay.
Let's build that. Let's build our brand around the two things that we like. So like mountains and sea.
That looks good.
Yeah.
It almost looks like if you know how once someone says something, you'll see it.
Yeah.
It almost looks like lips there with a moustache. Doesn't it?
Yeah. I like it. Yeah.
Sorry. Every time you look at it, you're going to curse Rad. All I say, but it does a little bit.
Yeah.
Anyway, tell me about Huddle Up, strategy, websites, automation, and marketing.
Wow.
Start. You said branding before. Can you explain what that means? Like in the sense of if you brand something, what is that?
So like creating a brand, like the way you interact with the market, like your messaging, the way you do things,
Like a personality for
like
the
a
business.
personality for the business.
Okay.
Yeah. And from there you create like your colours, your
Teals.
teals, yeah. The imagery you want to use, the way you want to portray yourself on your website and your marketing and that kind of thing. The branding helps you attract like the customers or the clients that you want to work with, because they should resonate with the stuff that you're putting out there.
There's such a psychological side to all of this, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's just tapping into that.
Yeah. So you got to think, when you do your branding, you got to think about who your target market is first.
Yeah.
And then work back from that. But then also you want to like put in your personality and how you operate as well. You don't want to be false.
No.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do that. They will structure their business or in a way that they think is going to appeal to the masses.
Yeah.
And it'll be quite.
That sort of stuff.
No, I don't think it lasts. It's like these interviews. We did one that was very structured, very Q&A kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Didn't work. Don't ask someone how to be a man either. Jeez, that didn't go well. She knows who she is. She's probably listening to this. Have you had any companies that you go, thanks for your time, but I don't believe that we are a good fit?
We haven't yet. So far we've been quite lucky in that way, because that would be a hard conversation. Like, obviously it's something that you've got to do, because if you don't fit with someone, it's not going to work for you or them in the long term.
But they'd have to. They couldn't get offended by that. They'd have to respect that.
Yeah, it's like
surely.
It's like dating. You go on your first date, you're like, we're not going to work out. Can't get offended. It's just we don't match.
Oh, they get offended. What are you? I don't know where you pull that from. You go on a date. Not me. I haven't dated for 20 more years. But you go on a date. Just say the young lass or male that you go on a date with, or non-binary. Oh, non-binary. Whatever the other ones are. Yeah. And they think it goes really well. And the next day you go, listen, I had fun. It's not for me. There's no way. Their follow-up would be, thank you for your honesty. I respect that. It's not.
They should say that.
They should say that, but they don't.
Yeah.
They bag you out.
Yeah.
They block you on all social media, and then they bag you out to all their friends. And then their friends see you out, and they all have got 10 champagnes under their belt and start teeing off on you at the bar for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
Not saying that's happened to me ever.
It's a very, very well described response, though.
Just hypothetical, of course. What are we even talking about here? Oh, yeah, business.
Businesses, yeah.
Tell me some of the businesses that you've worked. How long have you been going? I should have asked first.
Huddle Up I think it's been going since 2014, but the partnership has been going since 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was started by a person called Melinda Cale. Then I came in to work with Melinda. Melinda stepped out. I bought the business. Then I went partners with Emma.
Okay.
afterwards.
Whereabouts are you guys? Have you got like an office or something? Or you
Yeah, in Carlisle.
Oh, it's just down the road.
Yeah.
So you and Emma run the show. You've got a fair team under you there.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got a few offshore and then 3 in the office.
That is the beauty of this business, is they don't all have to be sitting in an office.
Yeah, exactly.
You could use. Do you use like your international workers? Where are they?
Philippines. And
So
New
many
Zealand.
people have said that lately. They said that the talent and the price coming out of the Philippines
Really
good.
Yeah, and same time zone as well, which makes it super easy.
Nice,
Yeah.
fluent in English.
Yeah,
That's what you need.
yeah.
You ever tried to have a conversation with someone with broken English?
Yeah, it's hard. Especially when you're giving them a brief to do a job for you.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it comes back all...
It's not what you want.
Yeah.
Do you use ChatGPT?
A little bit.
What do you reckon of that?
I like it. It saves a lot of time. Like it needs human input to give it the right context to create what you want.
Yeah.
And then it also needs human input to rework. It's sort of like a starting point, I feel. You can't copy and paste the responses. If we're talking about content, you can't copy and paste out of chat into your blog or whatever and then post it.
You got to change 10% or
Still
something,
need
don't
to
you?
rework it a bit, yeah.
Just throw a couple of spelling errors in there, mate. Fine.
Yeah.
I remember when ChatGPT, because it's been around that long, and it came up, and I was stunned by it. In 5 years, can you imagine how we will view ChatGPT? It's like graphics. Remember when PlayStation 2 came out? You go, it's going to be the greatest of all time. So realistic. You look back now and go, this is garbage.
Yeah. Like that whole industry AI is like 100% gains every year kind of thing. It's just massive.
It is.
Yeah.
Where do we stop?
I don't know.
And you're part of automation as well.
Yeah.
Can you explain to me what automation is? Because what it is and what I think it is are probably very different things.
So you have marketing automation, which is sort of like email marketing.
Oh, yeah.
So
Funnels?
funnels, that sort of thing. You're sort of delivering a message to someone when they need it, kind of thing. So like if you subscribe to something, like the basic sort of example is there might be something on someone's website and like, here, have these points on how to do this, or like get 6-pack abs in 6 minutes, subscribe.
Where's that link? Not for me, for a friend.
Yeah, I've got that as well. You then put in your email address and then they send you the videos and that. And then so that's now you enter in a funnel. So then you have like other touch points in that funnel journey. So like in 2 days you might get something else. But
Are they hard to set up email funnels?
Depends how complex you want to go and what you want to do.
If you've got your email if you've got your email list of subscribers, easy enough just to...
You've got to do, you've got to give them good content. You've got to give them value.
Yeah.
And you sort of need to really plan out the journey as well. So you want to be giving them the good value at the point when they want it and they need it. You just don't want to be spamming people. That's the worst. Like,
There's some spam going.
There's a lot of like email marketing has a bad name because of all the misuse of it.
The spam.
Yeah.
The hot women in my area.
Yeah.
There's so many hot women in my area. Where are these women? I don't see any of them.
Yeah.
You know what? What websites have I been looking at?
Yeah, and then so there's like that front end funnel, and then you've got the whole back end sort of. If there's processes and systems in your business that you do repetitively, then that can be automated as well.
Do you think that there is going to come a time when it's automation businesses actually make themselves like almost create the job they're doing? So you're almost creating something that's going to take you a job. Yeah.
You're like a lot of the stuff I do does build automation around. It does remove people's tasks.
Yeah.
Like there is a company, a business I work with, and we spent like a couple of months building this big automation piece around a lot of administration tasks that are done daily. But then that's allowed that person to go and do something else in the business, which is like a lot more useful. It requires their skill set a lot more rather than just filing data.
Paperwork,
yeah.
So it's making people more efficient, not taking their jobs.
Yeah, that's how I see it. Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be a lower demand for low-skilled roles then? Because it seems to be they take over the low-skilled ones first.
Yeah.
Not having to go saying low-skilled, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, you're onto it there. Potentially. Like
the only reason I saw it is I saw them developing. These are my eating habits. I saw they were developing like a McDonald's where one person ran the whole thing, and it was literally press a button, and then the patty dropped out, cooked, and it built itself, put on a tray, and gave out. Like one person was in there.
wow.
So and even if that's automated, if someone pays for it, it could just activate it and do it itself.
Yeah.
And they give you a code as you drive past, type in a code, get your food.
There you go.
Done.
Yeah. So like 100 years ago, to make $100 million, you would have needed like 150 employees or something. But now to make $100 million, you could make it with 5 employees. But then maybe in another 10 years, you could do it by yourself.
By one.
Just with the advancements.
This is OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Thinking about it. Mine will take off any day now, mate. But with every job taken, it's almost like a new one's created. I think, people like in the 80s and the 90s saying, we're losing all our jobs, there's no jobs. There's so many jobs around now that weren't around pre-internet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Creating more jobs?
Yeah. Because you don't know. Like you could create, like something could happen like that. Something could be created that we don't know exists yet. So then that could create another job. Where it's like, it's hard to think of what could happen without being in that situation. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So a kid that's born today could have a lifelong career in a job that doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, that we don't even, in an industry that doesn't exist because we don't have that foresight of what it is.
Wasn't much digital marketing back in the 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
Pamphlets.
Yeah. Imagine back in the 70s telling your grandma about OnlyFans.
Nana's there crocheting or something. I mean, all you got to do is just put photos of your butthole.
Bleach.
You should be having a heart attack back in the day. Oh, it'd be funny. That'd be a funny conversation to have. You're right. Maybe it's a good thing in the sense of with automation when we're talking about jobs is if it means people have got to actually pull their finger out and almost get a bit of fear in them to do something. It comes back to what we were talking about before. It's like people just cruising through life. They don't make decisions. They don't do anything. They just play it safe the whole time because they know they're always going to be taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. They just got that easy job. Don't have to think. Just follow a procedure. Don't have to use any thoughts or anything. Go home, watch TV. Order Uber Eats.
Rock up. Like you start at 9 and you rock up on the dot. And geez, don't dare ask them to get you to stay past 5. I'll never hear the end of it. Not at all. And on Friday, it's normally a couple of beers over lunch. The productivity, Friday arvo, boom, done. Just going out to them. Just got to go to the post office at 2 o'clock. Yeah.
Takes an hour.
No, it doesn't come back. We've been there. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need the fear to get people to, I don't know, just to be more in touch. I think we've lost touch with reality. I think that's it.
Yeah. And I feel like nature as well. like chuck people out in the bush for a week.
Do you watch Alone?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's a good show.
Yeah.
That's how things would be.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon a year conscript in the army out of school. Maybe 2 years. They'll sort people out.
Do you think?
Yeah. Could work.
Even the army now, though, is
getting a bit soft.
Apparently. Not saying that I know anything, but I think they said it's different now.
Yeah, okay.
That's imagine with going back COVID here. Remember how we weren't given The Walking Dead even though we wanted it. Imagine if we had to get our own food. That would have been. There's a cull.
Yeah, I think that every time I go to get my food, like walk in, just drive there, get my shopping bags, walk around, just pull it off the shelf, whatever. I'm such a fat lazy bastard. Just walking in, getting my food, then walking home. I've expelled no energy to do this.
Zero.
Apart from sitting down and planning out what to eat. But
I need a Red Bull for that. You ever tried to grow your own food?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
Oh, mate. We grow like fruit trees and everything here. Yeah. But think about it. Our annual harvest of all the food probably lasts us about 24 hours. So we'd have a feast. Yeah. And then it'd just go, yeah.
How much effort was it to grow that?
Oh, so much effort. So much water. We dropped the water table trying to grow that fig tree out the back, mate, for 2 figs. And a bird ate one of them.
That makes it pretty hard.
Imagine that. Imagine if I tell you who would be the man is farmers.
Yeah,
and it'd go back if we went. If it did go bad, and we go, all right, guys, sorry, supermarkets are closed down. You got to grow your own food. They would farmers, and with that knowledge, they'd be kings.
Yeah,
imagine that.
Yeah, you've got like just good basic knowledge of just how to do shit. Not like growing food, but then you also like know about mechanics, about fixing buildings and stuff. That'd be perfect.
I don't think they get enough respect. I think they're just sort of like, whatever. Farmers.
Yeah.
We can't live without them, but they can live without us.
Yeah.
They try to live without us. I wonder what's going to happen. We need, I'm not saying we need another COVID. I don't need that. I don't need to line up, get another 3 jabs. So that's your business. I'm not even sure if we talked about your business. We went over it a bit. Your PCR sponsor, because it is 10:30 and we've been, I know. We started an hour and a half ago. I should actually talk about your sponsor. Hit me with your sponsor.
Dan Morgan.
Dan Morgan. Yep.
Yeah. He is a bit of a legend. I think I've only spoken to him a few times. We've seen each other at training a bit. Text every now and then. But he
comes down to training.
Yeah, he came down to a training session just to watch. Yeah, really nice dude. And I think he puts a lot of money back into the community.
Good on him.
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Because Morgan Environmental is an asbestos-based.
Yeah, so they help.
Let's get this up.
So he's an environmental consultant and can help with the removal and risk mitigation of asbestos, and then other things like if there's like a fuel spill or something or anything.
Like a hazmat kind of thing?
Yeah. So if there's something that's potentially dangerous in the environment that could harm the environment or people, he's the man to call.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is, I remember someone said to me, I see some of his, this is in Morgan Environmental, asbestos testing surveys, risk assessment and awareness training. I remember probably about 15, 20 years ago, someone said, what are these companies going to do when all the asbestos is gone? And I said, you guys understand the volume of asbestos that is in WA?
Yeah, there's a lot.
This in our lifetime, we're not going to see the end of asbestos in our lifetime.
No.
Nah. It's a shame asbestos kills you because it is such a good product.
Yeah, I know.
These fences down the road here, they're 80 years old, still standing.
Yeah.
They've seen some storms. Yeah. They've seen some things. I've seen some footies kicked into them, some basketballs.
Yeah.
An 18th where someone's body slammed into it. It's fine. these hardy fences, little puff of wind, snap.
They're horrible, aren't they?
Yeah, straight on the side of my car. Jesus.
Yeah.
Why'd I park there?
I had one do that to my car as well. Yeah, got a big dent in the side of it.
From a hardy sheet?
No, just from a shitty little fence.
Oh, the amount of cars who got damaged. Asbestos is going to be, and it is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's really coming out now, isn't it? All those guys who were up there at
Poor
Whitnoon.
dudes.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything like that now for our generation.
What would the asbestos be
don't
of
know.
today? I don't know.
Sun cream.
I reckon fiberglass.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff's not good. Or you have a look at what they stop, because with asbestos, I hope I got these details right. It's like they banned the production of it in like 95 or something. They stopped the selling of it in 2003. So there's like a big gap where they could still sell it, even though they knew.
They knew it was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, they don't sell hardy sheets anymore. I'm just trying to think whether that silica gel in there, that could be the next one.
Yeah, it could be.
You know, insulation. It's
Yeah.
hard to get fiberglass nowadays. It's all gone out earth wall. What the hell's earth wall? Who knows what? Does anyone know what earth wall could be? Asbestos. It could be asbestos. We don't know. Let's call it something good. Let's call it fairy wall or something. You know, give it a nice name. Sunshine insulation.
That,
Oh yeah, it's fine. Wonder what's in that.
Yeah.
I should check up on that. I think we got it in the roof. But what will be the asbestos of our generation?
I reckon
Vaping?
Vaping, yeah.
Do you ever have a go at that?
No.
I don't crack it. It's quite odd.
Yeah.
It's quite odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unusual.
I think that could be a thing that shocks people. 20
Vaping?
years, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's not the same as ciggies. People think it's fine. I'm just
Yeah.
blowing steam.
Yeah. But it's the same, like, I'm just blowing smoke.
It's fine.
Used to think
It's just
fine
vapour.
until-
Yeah. It's like in the shower. It's like breathing in steam. No, it's not. It's completely different. Yeah, the World Vape Championships in Coburn one year.
Really?
Oh, that's a story. Short and sharp. This is not about me today. I entered a competition because I had to go see it. And I just said, enter for the World Vaping Competition. Have you seen what they do with, like, they blow out and they create shapes and everything? And
that's pretty cool.
let's just say that those events, like, one thing, females. The Vaping World Championship doesn't need a life jacket because he is not drowning in women, if you know what I mean. Okay?
Hard to imagine.
This is like at the Coburn Rec Centre or something.
yeah.
So I entered this competition. I went, I got to see it. I just have to see this. This is madness. And the guy calls me and goes, congratulations, you won the first prize in this. I said, thanks, mate. And he goes, you've won a vape, I don't know, looked like a shoebox or something of this vape big with this head, and you get 200 mils of juice or something. I said, mate, I don't want any of that. I don't smoke. Can I just have 2 tickets to the World Championships? He goes, oh, that was 5th prize. So I don't care. I don't care. That's all I want. He goes, no, we've already given them away. So, and I was like, yeah. And I said, no, well, can I swap? And he goes, no. I was like, so he sent me this box of vape. Honestly, I think, saying that, I think I was looking at it, my kids were looking at it the other day. Where the hell is it? I think the head of it was in there. No. Oh, check out this. Yeah, this was made by one of my kids. Anyhow, so yeah, that's vaping.
Yeah.
How do we get on to
Yeah,
the World Vape Championships of 2011? Maybe that'll be it, vaping.
Could be. Yeah.
Do you reckon ciggies will make a comeback?
I'd rather a ciggy than a vape, I reckon.
I think with vapes is you can have 1 or 2 drags of it and put it away.
Yeah.
Whereas with a ciggy,
you're stuck.
you light that.
Yeah.
That's it. You're committed.
Yeah.
You got 10 minutes.
Yeah. I can see why people smoke, though, because if you're working in your job and you want to go outside have a smoke, everyone's like, yeah, that's fine. You go outside, have a smoke. Sit down, relax, 10 minutes.
No one will come near you. No one will talk to you. Leave your phone in the office.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
it can't
fine.
get to me.
But then if I'm like, oh, I'm just going to go outside and sit down for 10 minutes, leave me alone. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you doing, mate?
You're right.
Why are you not working? Why are you just sitting out there?
Could they have a vape break?
Yeah.
Nah. Nah, you just have a crack of it in the
Yeah.
office and breathe it into your sleeve.
Yeah, exactly.
Set the alarms off. Evacuate. Here's my 10-minute break out the front waiting for the fires to come up and isolate these. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. Cause too many dramas.
Yeah, I hope not.
But I can't see it ending well.
Nah.
They smell like bubble gum, which is weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway. What are you even talking about? We're talking about your sponsor here. We're talking about world vaping competitions here. So they've been very supportive, have they?
Yeah, Dan's been amazing.
Dan.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Is he coming on the night?
Yeah, he's got a table. Yeah, front row.
Oh, row one.
Yeah. He's doubled down.
It is. Has he been before?
I think he's done, maybe this is his third or he's been to 3.
Oh, okay. So he knows what he's in for.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
Yeah.
It's
pretty intense.
It goes quick. It's just it's a really good night. Good food, good people.
Yeah.
No dramas.
That's good.
There's I've never seen a drama.
Yeah. So good.
And boxing events are notorious for
fights and stuff.
Maybe out the back.
Yeah.
Someone who could throws a bit of uns and so you know how it is. I kick your ass. Yeah, okay, here we go. I do Muay Thai. I did one Muay Thai lesson. That's it. But no, there's never any dramas. Crown security are pretty good anyway, if anyone said anything. But everyone's in a good mood. So this is your first PCR event.
Yeah.
It's going to be on. So far, how far are you into it? What are you, 6 weeks in? 6 weeks in.
Far out.
6 weeks, so what's that, 2/3 of the way through?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2/3. Seemed like just the other day I was meeting all you guys at orientation.
Quickly. Yeah.
6. Are you hoping the event will get here sooner? Like, are you almost hanging out for it, or are you enjoying the
I'm
whole
enjoying
process?
the training.
Yeah.
Enjoying the journey. The training's fun. So I'm sort of like, I'm hoping it would take a bit longer so I can train a bit more. I feel like the more you can train, the better it's going to be. But it's it's been a good time. Like the lads are all awesome. Everyone in the team. So yeah, it's been good.
I know some people don't turn up to a lot of training sessions due to a number of reasons, but it's not. I mean, the event is like the end goal, like fighting in there. But the 9 weeks are just a bigger part of it as the event.
Yeah.
I don't think people realise that. People like, just want the night to be here, and you go, it's not just about the night.
It's everything leading up to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where the good parts are.
It is.
That's what makes the night so good, is like everything you put in the lead up, all the friends you made, or the relationships you built. Like, that's what makes the night good.
I think this event is, not many people, I guess, talk about it, but I think this event has saved a couple of people. I think some people have been in a state that's so. One in particular, which I said I wasn't going to name the person, but he was just in a bad way, like real bad, and he told me the story, and I would honestly say that this event saved this person's life.
Wow!
It just gave him that focus, just that minute to think about something else, and it started him on a good path.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much better mentally do you feel now than you did 6 weeks ago?
Yeah. You just apply yourself to it like a madman. Feel good.
How much easier is it to train when you've got something to train for? So much easier.
So every time I don't feel like training, like, oh, Tom's going to be training, I better go.
Tommy Gunn. Are you going to be able to put all that friendship on hold for 6 minutes?
That's been the hardest thing for me, actually, is like, I've never thrown a punch at anyone.
That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. But punching someone, but that's probably been the hardest part about the whole training. Is like, I'm allowed to punch this person, and I need to punch them hard too. It's like that.
I'm going to try to hit you.
Yeah, that's I'm still probably struggling with that a bit. Is like hitting someone,
causing someone pain.
Yeah,
it's not natural, is it?
Nah, and because like there's no oh, you beat up my kids, therefore I'm going to fuck you up kind of thing. It's more, where does two mates jump into the ring and punch each other?
It's odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to hurt them.
Yeah.
It's where I'd find it hard is I wouldn't want to. I mean, I'd probably get knocked out, but I wouldn't want to hurt my opponent in front of their family and friends.
Yeah.
Because I know what they've put in as well. I know the sacrifices they've made. It's probably why I won't do it.
Yeah.
That and skill. Those two things. But I got a lot of respect for anyone that does this. Some people it comes very naturally.
Yeah.
But other people it just doesn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of, I guess, like, you get in your head a bit, you go through your own challenges and stuff, but then you look around and you see like everyone's doing the same. They're working stuff out in their head. But
everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah. Like everyone's not come from a boxing background. They're just sort of like, I'm just doing it for this event and that's it. So everyone's sort of working through the same stuff. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a good skill to know. Good skill
is.
to have.
Great. Yeah. You've got Vince on your team, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because him and Raymond fought each other, Raymond Swartz. And Raymond comes down now and helps Vince train.
Oh, yeah.
So that just, he'd be one to talk to because I know Raymond and Vince got on well. I mean, they get on really well now.
Yeah.
Just if you have any of those, just concerns regarding how you're going to go with finding someone.
Yeah.
And there's been two housemates fought 1 year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Riley, Easy Bake Ovens and Daniel Day.
Yeah.
So, and there's been, and there's been good friends fighting as well.
Yeah.
It's just being able to put it aside.
Yeah, for 6 minutes.
It's a long 6 minutes.
I bet it is.
That last two. Is tough.
Oh, yeah.
Just work on your cardio.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get in as much as I can. Yeah.
When you're sucking it in that round 3 and you put your hands up and Tommy gives you one in the stomach, you just go, oh, no.
Oh, God.
Oh, no. I did not work more on my cardio.
Yeah.
It's over so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, like
So
that
quick.
whole lead up and then done all in a night. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do after that?
That's where it's important for people to be aware of what's coming, because some people have in the past crashed quite badly afterwards because they've lost their purpose.
Yeah.
And you try to this high that you get is almost like, in high school. What high school did you go to, by the way?
I went to Narrogin Ag College.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how it was up there, but in Perth there was like most schools. There's like the cool group.
Yeah.
Cool group?
Yeah.
No, I wasn't in that. I know, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. But these people, a lot of them will peak in high school, and they'll win the footy grand final or the basketball or whatever, and they'll have that high right in high school. Then they'll leave high school and they'll be in touch with reality and realize that things aren't like that in the real world, and then they try to chase that high again. Yeah, and that's almost what this is this gives you guys the opportunity to have that high again, and you don't have to win. Yeah, honestly, you've
been there.
Just being there.
Yeah.
And you've been given this opportunity, but you got to realise that on the other side of it, it's the come down.
Yeah. Yeah, a few people said that at the orientation, like, look out for the come down, because you're peaking, it's going to be an awesome night, and then there's just nothing after that. Look out for
That's why you got to have something, or just someone.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're even aware that it may happen, that might be enough.
Yeah.
So it doesn't get you, because you wake up and you go, something's wrong. I don't know what's wrong.
Yeah.
Sunday you'll still feel, you'll be hungover.
Yeah.
Are you staying at the Crown? You are?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, or just Saturday?
Just Saturday.
I think they normally get together in the pool on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone has a chat.
Yeah.
And I think it's after that. That's good because everyone's getting along, and it's such a relief.
Yeah.
But then after that's when everyone starts, you pack up and you head home and you go, what now?
Yeah. I used to find that, like, even after a pretty gnarly mountain bike ride, like hit some downhills or something, you get home and you're like up here, and then you get home, you're like sitting around, you're like, fuck, what do I do now? I was just like, adrenaline was going through the roof, and then I'm just sitting at home, and what do I do?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to equalise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe it's like travel. So I got back from travel and struggled really badly for a couple of months. Still struggling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see how that happens.
Lucky I got this.
Yeah.
Put up with all you guys. Jesus. We just glossed over it before, but mental changes you've had, like since you've started training, you noticed anything different? Like, has this focus spilled out onto your like everyday life?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I feel like most of it is a lot of mindset stuff.
Yeah.
I've always been like pretty physically active, and if I've got something coming up, then I can just train for that. Like, I don't find that too difficult. But the whole mindset thing around, like, I'm a big people pleaser, so then hurting someone or punching someone sort of goes against the whole mentality of being a people pleaser. So that's an adjustment there, which is good because I hate being a people pleaser. It's the worst thing.
So you don't enjoy being a people?
Nah, it sucks.
It does, doesn't it?
So that's something I've been working on, and then I think this whole process is sort of helping that out a bit as well. Because you can do what's right for you, and people can still like you. You don't have to like sacrifice what you want for people to like you.
How many people you reckon are being someone else because that's what they think? Lots. Look at Instagram.
Yeah.
How good is it when you find someone? Not how good. How sad, I should say, is it when you see someone on Instagram, or someone will say, "Oh, have you seen this person on Instagram?" And you go, "I know that person."
They're not anything like
and they're describing this person, and you going, "You talking about that cigarette smoking alcoholic pain in the ass?" Oh, okay, yeah, she's wonderful, a wonderful person. How true is that?
That is so
How
true.
different are people on Instagram?
It's crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever be able to get into that mindset where you don't care about other people's opinions? And when I say other people, I mean people that aren't important to you. I believe you always should care, like what your wife or your partner thinks, or your parents, or whatever. But do you ever reckon you're going to be able to go, "I don't care what anyone else thinks, I'm doing what I do"?
Something I'm working for. Like, I've definitely, in the last year, it's like a point that I'm going to work on this. So I think so. I think I can get there.
How many people you see that are tortured
by that? Yeah.
They are
upsetting.
Tortured.
Yeah.
Some, especially, I'm worried about young females, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
The stuff they do and put themselves through. And whether it even be things like physical things, like cosmetic surgery, getting things that they don't need to get.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Madness.
Yeah, it's upsetting.
But God, that's where we're a bit better. I mean, guys aren't getting worse.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't see someone go, "Oh, yeah, get me." I actually was looking the other day at calf implants. Jesus, off topic here. I think, how could someone do that? And they interviewed the guy, and he goes, "I've just always been very self-confident about my calves."
Yeah.
So you got these. Looks like, honestly, mate, looks like someone's cut his leg and shoved a mango in there. Massive thing. I'm like, good on you, buddy. Good on you. I don't know how you're gonna live, but how these girls are in high school.
Yeah, that's what's.
See what they're wearing down the beach?
I know.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. That's part that comes back to like the whole where we started on. It's like the whole resilience thing, and just there's no support in society or schools or in a parent-child relationship for the whole. You don't need to change yourself for people to like you. You just need to be you. Like, you're far more attracted to someone that's just themselves rather than someone that's trying to get you to like them by saying the things that you like.
Yeah.
You're like, I want that raw person that says all that crazy shit. Doesn't care what people say. I want to be friends with them, not this person here that's making stuff up. So it sounds like the things I like for me to like them. Yeah.
I wonder if you just were yourself, how fewer relationships you'd actually have. Because that must be tiresome acting like someone else.
Yeah. He's so hard.
And looks wear off.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, you're doing it for someone where's looks.
Yeah.
Someone's looks. You know, after about 6 months, that shit's not funny anymore. You know, they really look that good. I don't know.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe people have got to be more themselves.
Yeah, that whole Instagram lifestyle is so hard.
It's changed now.
Yeah.
So much harder now.
Yeah.
The last 12 months, virtually impossible.
Oh, yeah,
And TikTok,
yeah. Oh,
I'm big on TikTok.
Oh, yeah?
No, God no. God no. I have got a TikTok account only to get onto Monsieur James Blunt. That's the only reason. I'm dead serious. Only reason I've got it is so I can
Blunt. Yeah.
No, I think there's trolling. I think trolling is where you put venom behind it and real hatred. Like, you are shit. Do this to yourself. You should like none of that ever. You've seen what I've written to James Blunt. It's all very professional.
Yeah, good humor.
Just want my apology. That's it. That's it, James. 18.5 years. Still
He's gonna
fresh.
Give it to you for sure.
He will.
Yeah.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
I'll go out swinging. But he doesn't live in the UK anymore, as I found out when I got there. I knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Said, "Who the hell are you?" Was James Blunt. We got beef.
Where is he now?
I don't know. He was living somewhere in Spain or something. I think he heard I was coming.
Yeah, I'm getting out of town.
Yeah, he knows what's coming. I'm not going to do anything, James. I just want an apology.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's not get into James Blunt. We are running out of time here. I got to ask you about your family and friends thing. What does the family say?
I think everyone's a bit like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" Sort of, because I think more just worried. I think it's like, you know, has the stigma around boxing, getting punched in the head, brain bleeds.
CT, yep, all that.
Yeah. So I think there was just that initial worry around that, but then like, oh, this is what I want to do, so they're like supporting me.
You're more likely to get hurt playing Aussie rules without a helmet.
Yeah.
See the concussions they're getting in there? Young kids.
Yeah.
They look after you in the ring. I say it a lot.
Yeah.
You got world class refs in there.
Yeah.
They see something, they go, "No, that's it. It is over."
And I ride down hills on a bike pretty fast, like with rocks and trees and logs and all sorts of stuff. I got way more chance of messing myself up out there than in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that?
No, I only just thought of that then.
Oh, put pen to paper, my friend. And the answer is, how good are we at telling someone, you know, what we really think over here? But we get home and we just, no, I'll do exactly what you say. It's like, it's like my wife. You know, I really tell her off in my head.
Yeah. She doesn't even know I'm coming.
I really gave it to her the other night when she was down the shops. So they're coming. Are they any of them coming to the event?
Family, no. All my family live overseas. Overseas and stuff. My fiance and I got almost 8 friends coming, I think.
Okay, so, it's a fair number.
Yeah. So it should be a good night.
Big night.
Yeah, everyone's pretty pumped.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
They rowdy?
Yeah, they like a party.
They like 7.5 hours of drink package.
Yeah.
A lot of people do, surprisingly.
Time, yeah.
I love this drink package. The food's good.
Yeah.
I'm not into food at all, but I have the food. Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
I see what good food is. This is no Zinger burger from KFC. This is good food. Any concerns about the event? Is it just maybe the ability to switch into fight mode?
Yeah, maybe that.
I'm with you there. I'd struggle. I think I'd find that the hardest part.
Yeah.
That's where you got Nigel and Craig. They can work with you on the mental. Oh, yeah. And they know what you're going through.
Yeah. So I think that's the only concern. But I think I'm happy to get partnered with Tom.
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be a good fight. So,
You've been doing a bit of sparring?
Yeah, a little bit.
How do you like that?
When I first started.
Who'd they put you in there with?
With Tom at the start before we got split into teams. But yeah, when we first started, we were like just doing light sparring. I was just like, oh man, this is overwhelming. Like someone's punching me really fast. I don't know what to do now. So just like close your eyes and put your hands up. But now,
wait for them to stop.
Yeah. Now it's now you're sort of like trying to anticipate the next move. You're moving around, you're countering and that sort of thing. So it's actually quite fun. It's sort of like a fast game of chess or something. You're sort of like, this is happening, that happens, this is happening, that happens, kind of thing.
Just becomes automatic though. It's that repetitive movement, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, it's really good. It's a good skill to have, and something I'll keep working on, I think, after this.
It's handy.
It's
handy to have.
Yeah.
Go out on a Friday in Northbridge.
Yeah, I know.
Say, come on. Who wants to take on the champ?
Yeah.
Wear the belt. Wear the PCR belt. Who wants to show the champ? It's right here. Imagine that. You go from someone who struggles to fight, and I just see you on the news. A man in his 30s was walking down Aberdeen Street with a PCR belt saying, who wants a shot at the champ? It was just you. And then you're getting cuffed.
The streets.
Oh, yeah. Have like a Zorro sort of mask on everything. Stop your street drinking. Oh, so you know your opponent, Tommy?
Yeah.
Oh, it's different now because in the early days it was interesting to see who thought who was fighting who. Like even the girls couldn't get it right. I mean, what was that? That sounded bad. No, even the girls were unsure because Nadia and Liv were always going to go together. But the other four could have gone anyway.
Yeah.
Could have gone anyway.
Yeah, there was before we got paired up, I was like, there was two other guys that I thought I could have fought.
Who do you think?
Alex or Jet.
I thought you were going to go against Alex.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. But you guys are on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And those two are fighting each other.
Yeah. Yeah. So I thought I was, with one of those. And maybe Brent as well. Yeah, but I also thought Tom.
Okay.
Yeah.
They match it up. I was trying to explain this to actually my wife. She's saying, how do they match people up and you know, what happens if someone's way better? And I said, well, they won't make the fight. There's no way Nigel believes it is possible for you guys to go 15-0, and Glenn thinks it's still possible. I truly believe they think that every one of your fighters has the ability to win it. It's who turns up on the night.
Yeah.
And one of the most rewarding things would be to take on someone who you think is better than you and beat them.
Yeah.
Because you could go, if someone said, I was talking to Zach about this the other day, if someone said, all right, you got to fight this person, some 90-year-old, you know, coming in, that can barely walk, and then you piece them up, zero satisfaction out of that.
Awesome. Yeah.
But that's when people get their opponent, they go, oh, this person's better than me. And then you beat them. Way better.
Yeah.
And everyone thinks it. It is besides Kevin Castle, the most confident person I've ever met in my life. Hey, he's a good man. But I think deep down, everyone thinks, oh, my opponent might be better than me.
That's what I think.
And that's what he'd think.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks the same. It's the same way that you see faults in yourself down the beach, say, for example, that you don't see, that other people don't see in you, you know?
Yeah.
People go, I look fat in this, or I do that. Yeah, no, you don't look fine.
Yeah.
I can't see it.
Yeah.
Same as in boxing.
Yeah.
People will go, I think that person, they've got a better jab than me, they got this.
Yeah.
No.
Just...
Everyone thinks it.
Go back yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a mental game on the night.
Big time, hey.
I've seen some people do things that I didn't think they were capable of.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I have seen people it goes the other way. It gets too much for them.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah.
I'm actually happier that I see some people. One girl, I'm going to mention her, I don't care. It's a young girl called Phoebe Lang. She fought about 2 years ago. And I thought Phoebe was going to have her. She was fighting Marnie, who was a good fighter. And I just didn't see. I'd seen her train, never saw on the night.
Yeah.
I don't know what came over her. She just pulled off something else.
Wow.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, so it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people will rise.
Yeah. That's the whole thing about getting in the ring. Like, that's what's always sort of attracted me to it, because you don't know how you're going to perform until you're in that situation. You're in the frying pan. It's like, what's going to happen?
But if you've gone to as many training sessions as you can and you've trained your heart out, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. You might get beaten 30-27 across the board, but you go, I did everything I could.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
That's it.
So, and it's a massive achievement. I do hope you guys realise what achievement is to get in there. And you're part of a club now.
Yeah. Got good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll probably be back helping out the next group next year.
So it happens a bit for the...
Yeah, now you're splitting teams. You're going to have a lot more people coming down. Nigel and Glenn try to get people to replicate your opponent for you to spar with.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was, who's on your team? Nadia.
Yeah.
Nadia. So she'd probably get people like Steph Little, maybe Joey Paul down there. They're ex-fighters that may be able to replicate Liv.
Yeah.
You know, the speed. Steph Little's very quick. Joey Paul's a very good fighter as well. Power.
Yeah, okay.
And Blue Team are doing the same. Kim Nicholson will be replicating Nadia.
Yeah, cool.
So they'll be they're thinking about it all the time.
Yeah,
that's all they think. I get the text messages. I know they're thinking about it. So just leave me alone. It's 9 o'clock. I want to go to bed.
Well, the progress is like exponential now.
Yeah. As soon as you're in teams, it just gets a lot better.
Yeah,
because they get you real specific training.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's so cool.
Your walkout music, we've gone over 11 o'clock, so we'll have to
that's all right.
fly through here. Have you got... Oh, that's not like a Whitney. Have you got your walkout music?
Yes.
Do you want to tell us? You don't have to tell us. You can surprise me on the night.
No, we can go.
You drop it in.
Yeah,
what do we got?
No Problem by Chasing Status.
Where's it come in? Do you know?
Around 20 seconds.
Okay, that's all.
Is it? Yeah. I love my drum and bass.
This is. Have you spoken to Hudson about drum and bass?
Nah.
He's a drum and bass DJ.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Yeah. Okay.
He does love a variety of music, though. Good on him. Oh, so you like drum and bass? I didn't pick it. I'll be honest. I picked you for more lounge kind of acoustic kind of man. Nice and peaceful.
Yeah.
If you owned a Ministry of Sound album, it would have been the Chill Out Sessions. It wouldn't have been Ibiza 2024.
No, that's what
Chasing Status featuring... I can't even read that. Jesus. I'm so out of touch with music now.
Oh,
so I don't understand it, so I'm just going to bag it, like all old people. I hate music. I just don't understand it. And the nickname PK, you did actually go before. It's from the book that I recently read.
Yeah, The Power of One.
Someone spoiled the ending for me. Spoiler alert, everyone.
It's a good book, though, if you listen to Audible.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Yeah.
Audio book. I'm just too busy.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Isn't it a movie?
It is a movie as well.
Is it long?
I don't know. I think I would have watched the movie, but it would have been a long time ago.
I think it's a long... You know what? This is going to sound bad. I'm pretty sure...
Being old, maybe.
I'm pretty sure I didn't watch it due to the time it was, due to how long the movie was.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the chance of me reading the book when I won't even watch it, because it's... How long is this thing?
Yeah, it's a 22-hour book.
22-hour book?
Yeah, on Audible. So... I'm not sure about the movie.
2 hours 7.
Oh, yeah. That's fairly decent, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
120. But then again, you cut out... This thing would have a lot of credits at the end.
Yeah.
I could just tell there's 45 minutes of credits. It's just got that feeling.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know that. I haven't seen this at all.
Yeah.
Who played the lead role in that? Stephen Dorff? I don't even know who that is. I probably should know. Anyway... How do we get onto that? Well, that music's all right. So you know exactly what point. Have you visualised the walkout?
Nah. Do you do that? That would be a good thing to do, actually. So prepare for that.
I think I focus on the wrong things.
Yeah.
Someone's focusing on their jab. I'm focusing on the walkout. They do. You can tell them what point to start it at.
Oh,
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
You just go through Chloe or Pim or one of those girls, and then just say, it starts about this time, and that's when the rehearsals will.
Okay.
Yeah. So they'll play it. The doors will come. You've seen the walkouts.
Yeah.
Doors, big smoke machines come out throwing high fives.
Yeah. It looks epic.
Yeah, come down the ring. I'm there commentating. I go give you the high five. You give me custard pie. Keep walking straight past me like so many people do. I can't believe it. Just leave me hanging.
I'll look out for you.
They just
I'll take my
leave
minute
me
to walk
hanging.
out. Yeah.
Jenna Greer, biggest. Oh, she looked at me. She eyeballed me as well, and then just gave me nothing. Jenna Greer, shame on you. And your aftermath plans. That's just going to obviously be something that you're looking into, so you don't have the big come down that everyone struggles with.
Yeah, we'll try and get into training for the 50.
50.
Yeah.
In October.
Yeah.
It's a long way, mate.
50 kilometres or October?
50 kilometres. That's a long way.
I know. Yeah. I've always wanted to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a goal, do it.
I mean, it's only, you can drive 50 kilometres pretty quickly.
Oh, and I get pretty tired. Could you imagine if there was an event, a 50 kilometre drive? And I go, I'm going to have to train. I have to train for it. I'm too lazy to train. I'll just shove a couple of Red Bulls down my throat and just risk it.
Just give it a go.
Mate, I want to thank you very much for coming in here today, for spending your Wednesday morning with me. You're 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks now, till the 12th Perth Corporate Rumble. Want to wish you all the best for the remaining training sessions and for the big night. And afterwards, open it up to everyone. If you want to come back in here after the event and talk more about your experience, just know that you're more than welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Brad.
Thanks for coming in, mate. I'll chat to you soon.
Cheers, thank you. And thank you, can I say thank you to
God, you can say that. You can say we can ride this off as long as you want. I've got nothing to do.
I just want to say thank you to the Red Team, Nudge, Craig, Dan, my sponsor, everyone for putting it all together. It's a bloody cracker of an event.
Oh, it's a gift, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a gift.
Yeah, so really looking forward to it.
Beautiful, mate. Well, enjoy the last of your training, and I look forward to April 20 tickets. Go to the website, get some tickets. Enjoy that 7.5 hour drink package, everyone. Thanks, mate.
Cheers.